Alright, I want to answer to Saint Jimmy's video because it's too easy and I'm tempting to do it, and I haven't had time because I didn't have a video camera for such a long time, and my current camera is still kind of doing tricks for me, so I have to do all these replies in live. So I want to just answer these things anyway because it was such a poor video. I'm sorry, Jimmy, but dude, you have to really try to read a little bit more about these topics before you make replies, because you make yourself look pretty silly otherwise. I'm sorry, but that's just the case. First, you started with the fact that, okay, whose idea was it first to become like God? And he quotes about the Bible concerning Satan in Isaiah, how Satan was the one who wanted to put his throne above the heights of the heaven and become God himself, and then about how Satan promised Adam and Eve that how they would become like gods and they wouldn't die, and how it was Satan's lies that tell us that we can become like God. This is actually bullcrap, completely bullcrap. First, Isaiah. What we learn about is that Satan was actually rebelling against that. Satan was there, be very, very, very proud person. He wasn't really a good person, but because he wanted to become like God is not the reason he was thrust down to hell. We can read from the book of Revelations how there was a war in heaven. So if there's a war, that means there's opposition. That means Satan disagreed with something and started battle. And we learn more about this from the LDS scriptures. So if you try to impose biblical standards alone to us without understanding our view and our scriptures about the topic, you are really doing just stupid things for yourself, because obviously we don't care about your only Bible views alone, because we have a lot more light and knowledge about the topic. So we don't really care if you just bring less information about the topic. But anyway, that's enough with that one. Satan's lie in the Garden of Eden was not about whether or not you can become gods. It was about that you wouldn't die, because God confirms after a few verses that now look, man has become like one of us. So he confirms the words of Satan. But Satan was not lying about the godhood. He was lying about the fact that they would not die. That was the lie. Alright, then he quotes satanic webpage, how their goal is to become God. Whoa, wow, like we would really care. They have their own whatever beliefs they want to have, and that doesn't really matter. Okay? And there's as many satanic people as there. I mean, there's so many different satanic beliefs anyway that if he quotes one, that doesn't really say much. And then he says about he knows only 2 religions who have this goal to become like gods. Not really. There are a lot more religions than ours alone. But still, it's kind of funny. But he says that this first religion, meaning the satanic ones that started from the 6th century, seems to be just recycled in Mormonism. Really? I just quoted in my second video that this is supposed to be a response to. I quoted the church fathers from the 2nd century AD. These church fathers, they're very clear about the fact that we can become gods. Now so if you say it's a 6th century invention, then you're just deluded. I'm sorry, or you just don't know what you're talking about. Either way. And I did quote also the Bible quite a bit about that. And those Bible quotes were quoted by the church fathers. So your arguments here don't really stand for anything. So I don't know what the heck, like you didn't refute any ideas there. You just gave bad interpretation and just showed us bad knowledge about the Bible generally. And remember, if you try to challenge our doctrines, you have to know our doctrines also from the Book of Mormon and the Doctrine and Covenants, and also any canonized revelation that is not necessarily in the scriptures, like the Family Proclamation, for example. You have to know those things before you can try to even question our religion, because otherwise you're just attacking something unknown, and that's never a good thing. The French have experienced that in all their warfares in the past century. So come on, don't do that. Just make yourself look silly. And I just refuted now your claims completely. And you just gave opinions and think that that's somehow a fact because you just give opinions. Come on now, let's be serious when we talk. All right, I just wanted to bring that kind of thought out to your knowledge.